And California is facing a major budget deficit next year. The California Legislative Analyst Office is predicting a budget shortfall of almost $18 billion. ABC 10's Jeannie Nguyen is here to explain where most of the money is being spent.
Alex, the Department of Finance says the estimate is not off, and it's something the state has been expecting leading into the next year. The state blames the deficit on a number of things like Trump administration cuts and spending on education, and says this will be a priority for the governor and the legislature in the new year.
The legislative analyst has highlighted a number of the challenges that we and the governor have underscored throughout 2025.
The challenge is a potential $18 billion deficit for the state's budget next year. In a new report, the Legislative Analyst Office predicts the shortfall will be $5 billion larger than Governor Gavin Newsom initially expected. H.D. Palmer with the Department of Finance says there are a number of factors that contribute to this number, like Proposition 98 that guarantees minimum funding for K-12 schools and community colleges. The Trump administration also has cut federal funding over the past year.
Things like record federal uncertainty, things like volatility in the stock markets, things like increasing pressures from cost and caseload in some of the state's major programs, such as Medi-Cal, which provides healthcare services to roughly 1 out of every 3 Californians.
With an increasing deficit, the LAO also adds that the state's revenues have increased because taxes from high-income earners and stock market growth.
From July through October, our revenues are running roughly $6 billion ahead of where we projected we were going to be when the Budget Act was passed.
Revenues will not make up for how much the state is spending.
Unfortunately, state spending is also growing commensurately. But also that doesn't address the long-term structural imbalance between revenues and expenditures of the state.
Republican State Senator Roger Niello says the focus needs to be on pinpointing what needs to be cut.
We need to take a hard look at programs that were established, particularly in those years when we had surpluses, to assess whether they're accomplishing what was intended to accomplish when they were set up. And also, importantly, their sustainability, because they could be perhaps effective, but maybe we just can't afford the ongoing increases.
Governor Gavin Newsom is expected to present his budget proposal in January and then a revision to the budget in May. Alex.